Uh, Abstract brainwaves, game genie in the beanie. We ain't on the same stage, leveled up.
Other yellow hat guy here, back with another video. Take two of this video because, well, in a hurry, I actually deleted the first video. But we're gonna jump right into it. First of all, Happy New Year. And maybe it's too late for that. The great Larry David would say, no, Happy New Year, it's too late. You gotta hurry up and get that first couple of days in. But, I told myself, and I told you guys last video, that I was gonna take a little break. And that was just for the holidays. But if you look at what they've got going on in the game, it's like, nah, maybe it's a elongated break. But if you're here for that, give me about 6 minutes to get into that. Because before I get into that, I'm going to talk about what's in the actual Pokemon Go news right now. Not in-game news, but news about Pokemon Go. We'll talk about that first. So yeah, starting right now, a minute into it, give me 5 minutes to talk about this. What are we talking about here? The police are in the news. Yeah, for playing Pokemon Go. Now, don't be surprised. This isn't news, really. Police have been playing Pokemon Go. They have regular lives just like you and I. And some of them grew up with this game. I mean, Pokemon on its own is a multi-million-dollar franchise. So you just slapping a word like Go doesn't make it like its own thing. It's off the strength of Pokemon, that a shell of a game that it was, and you could argue is now, is relevant. It's off the strength of that franchise. So there are people all around the world playing that, and you could say, well, the yellow hat guy, it didn't need to be said that it was a shell of the whatever. Just hear me out. I thought that was an appropriate take based off the fact that I thought this was current. What it is when you actually look at the article, you see that this is from 2017 that this happened. I thought it was something recent here, and I've already recorded footage, which you might see beside this, going through the notes. I didn't, read through all of it on camera, but I read through it all offline and skimmed through it to show you the cliff notes. So basically what's happening here is these guys ignored a robbery to go get a Snorlax. So for me as a veteran player, I'm like, for a Snorlax? Really? But again, with the new information that I saw in the article, it's 2017. So maybe back then, I would have done the same. I've been pulled over by police for looking suspicious playing Pokemon Go. And I remember I could tell you stories about how I went looking for a Snorlax. So you see that big silhouette, just a silhouette period on your screen. It's like, oh, I wonder what that is. Maybe you don't know what it is. Or maybe you do because you've played the game and you're like, oh, it's Snorlax. We got to find him because that's a rare Pokemon. So now in the day, who's looking for that? I don't know. But back then, yes, I can relate. I understand. So those guys ignored a robbery. That's the problem. They ignored a robbery in progress. It's not funny, haha, funny. It's more like seriously funny. Someone was getting robbed, like, yo, police, help. And they're just like, somebody else will get that. We got to get this Snorlax, bro. How did they get caught? Someone was policing them. Who's that someone? Well, the cops have these cameras, okay? Cameras they're supposed to have in the car. That's what a lot of the stuff you see on the news is about. I know you're not here for any political stuff or any, drama like that, but who watches the watchman? Who polices the policeman? I don't have any beef against them or anything like that. I'm just giving you the news here. So in their cars, they have these cameras that record what they're doing to show that their interactions are legit and they're, upright and what have you. And it shows them more than likely pulling over, their vehicle to go get this Snorlax. Maybe they pulled over. Maybe they just kept driving. I don't know. It doesn't say in the article there. But they were doing all of that, and it's crazy. And what this article is conveying is that the city, the court system upheld their firing. Those two guys got fired. Their names are in there. I'm not going to name them verbally like I did the first recording, but hey, that first recording is unfortunately gone. That out of the way, what do you think? I mean, it's just crazy. I don't feel empathy simply for the fact, or any sympathy, simply for the fact that they ignored a robbery in progress. It'd been different if they were like, yo, we're just going to take a break and go do something. You ignored a robbery to go get a Snorlax. Sure, Snorlax was rare back then, but if they knew what we know now, which is Niantic would dilute the game by, you know, hey, you missing shiny Gibble that we gave for like 2 weeks? Well, lo and behold, you who thought you could trade that shiny Gibble for stuff that you needed, that's worthless now because we're having Gibble Community Day. Yes. So then you're just like, well, is everything going to be like that? Oh, wait. What's that? Spiel Community Day? Wait, they just gave you shiny Spiel with a scarf like Christmas time? Now there's a Spiel? What were they thinking? But if those guys knew this, they probably would have said, we'll wait on Snorlax. Let's go stop this robbery. So on that note, it's like a smidge there, but none of us knew that. But off of that, let's move into the news now, since that's where the segue is going. Meanwhile, in Pokemon Go, you pull up the game. They've got on January 10th, and this is past January 10th, if you purchased the ticket prior to January 10th, you could have got January and February Community Day research free. I don't know what February is going to be, but I can tell you that January I'm not paying for. I'm not interested. You're like, well, you can't, take advantage of that now. And people were telling me, oh, you got to do this beforehand, but it just, I could care less about Spiel. I couldn't care less, whatever the correct phrase is. I'm not interested. And this is a Niantic problem here. I know I'm starting off the year being negative. No, I'm being critical. I'm being critical of them. There's a difference. If it was just negative, I just wouldn't make the video. I could have told you about how I got the Hoot Hoot with the hat on, the top hat, that's shiny. Awesome. I traded for the Raichu, the chocolate one, Galarian, shiny. I don't even know if I put a graphic up there, but awesome. Really the only shinies that I got, maybe I'm bitter because they shorted me out on the dragons, but that's just the whole thing. If somebody's giving you X amount of dollars to get something that everybody wants, and then you turn around and make it to where everybody can get it anyway, it's a backhanded slap in the face to those of us who gave you hard-earned money, and then you turn around and, act like it's for the newbies. It's fine. It's fine. You've got this Bulbasaur classic, throwback classic, whatever it's called. That's for people who didn't play from the beginning, who maybe missed out. Great for them. Hopefully that doesn't conflict with Pikmin Bloom with their community day or some event like that. But hey, you've got your community day, and then it's overkill. Maybe it's fine for those of you in a warmer area, those of you in California, but those of us here in this 30-something degree weather, my blood pressure is just going up thinking about all this. Niantic, you guys have to do better. I'm holding you guys accountable for that because not only are you just thinking that it's just boom, 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 we're giving you content, it's like, is it fun though? Is it worth it though? See, the problem is the one that it's Spiel right after you already gave Spiel. It's one thing if nobody likes Spiel as a Pokemon, but you get a shiny, it's like, hey, it's something I don't have. But it's another if you do it back to back like you did. Like somebody did like a dozen Spiel raids to get a shiny, didn't get it, or maybe they got one, maybe they got 5. But if they were going to trade it and to make that sacrifice of their time and money worth it, you can't just immediately give out a Spiel community day. We've had some Pokemon that haven't come back yet and should have. Maybe they've gone through everything like within a year's time. But then we get, Heatran. Heatran is, it's raid hour right now. So yes, I'm doing this video second take because I accidentally deleted the first one. Heatran is out right now. Don't really care. It's the raid boss. I traded for one. I didn't really care to have more. And if it doesn't have like a buff or some kind of ink, it's like, for what? For what? It's dark out. It's cold out. I'm going to be sitting in my car remote raiding for Heatran. And we've had like 5 or 6 opportunities for that. And you just can bet your last dollar there's going to be another roll around of Heatran within the next 16 months. I would wager less than that, but more than likely 16 months. If it does, you heard it here first. All right, so there's nothing I'm interested in the month of January coming from Niantic with Pokemon Go. There really isn't. I'd be lying to you. Sure, I'm going to miss out on the Goomy hat. Don't care. It's another hat. The hats that you want, you got to pay for. February's research, that could be awesome. February is going to give you the Johto tour, so I am excited for that. But it looks like Spiel Community Day, I will be playing from home, and I'll get what I get. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. Like this, I told you last year what this year was going to be like. I really thought I'd put in more work. I'm on autopilot, on auto catcher. At this point, from here on out, it feels like, but they've got to do better. They're trying. They've got the 60 FPS. They've got these events that are just boom, 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 boom. But those are things nobody was asking for. And if they are, don't get me wrong, it should be to where the things that we actually need, like this, like the stuff that I'm telling you, like a Spiel Community Day where it's like worth it, where like the XP and stuff that you don't like that should be worth. Like the Gibble Community Day was perfect in the sense that you want Gibble and they gave you XP to get Gibble, but they didn't have to do that. You probably wanted Gibble anyway, so they didn't have to give you XP or Stardust triple. Could have been, hey, here's your shiny Gibble because Gibble's rare. But something like Spiel that's out every winter, I could care. I don't need, Spiel. But if you want me to participate in an incentive to give you money for research, you darn tootin', you better give triple Stardust or something like that to motivate me to catch something that I already have a dozen of. That I already have hundreds of. That I spend my life force, spend moments of my life to delete. Is it too much to ask for an in-game raid tracker where you can see who's already in a raid? Is it too much to ask for a timer that you could bypass as the person who was the first person in the raid to just have everybody confirm that they're ready? Is it too much to ask for that? Like the person who started the raid, everybody who's in there after that, they could be able to send a notification out to the people who are in the raid and it says, are you ready? If they all click yes, the raid starts. Save me on my lucky egg. Save me time. And they can do these things. They did it with the lucky egg by allowing you to back out of the raid. And as long as you don't back all the way out, you can put on your lucky egg in case you forgot. Little subtle things like that. Those things need to happen, but those things take away from people buying more lucky eggs. You waste 2 minutes every lucky egg just sitting in a lobby. Think about that. I mean, I know other people have probably said it. I know I've said it years ago. Go back and look at my content. It's not enough that you just watch this stuff. I'm sorry to say it. I appreciate all of you who do, but because I know some people at Niantic are looking at these videos, but for it to be a bigger, meaningful impact, those of you watching it or spite watch it, share it with somebody. Do that. That out of the way, I'm going to end it here. I've rambled on long enough. Let me know what you guys think about the stuff I just said. What do you think about the police? Did you feel sorry for them, knowing the new information that was shed? See, some of these headlines just say what they say, and maybe you look at this as clickbait, but I don't think it is. If you read the article like I did, you learn that I didn't clickbait you. The people who wrote the article clickbaited you. This is coming back from 2017. They upheld the ruling. I don't feel sorry for them. It could have been a sympathy for video, but hey, let me know your thoughts in the comment. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Hope to see you again soon, but if I don't, remember, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Other Yellow Hat Guy is out. Captain Sensation!